Okay. So before we begin, I would like to introduce myself. I am Suruchi Agarwal. I am based out of Ahmedabad. By education, I am an MBA Finance and I have worked for 12 years in bank, after which I have left my job and I started with this alternative healing therapy, so to say. And since last 10 plus years, there is no stopping for me. I have been, very keen on learning new things. So that is why I have done pranic healing. Then, hello, sir. So I've done pranic healing, access consciousness, sound healing, shamanism, silver mind control, angel card reading, tarot card reading, EFT, Ho'oponopono, law of attraction, crystal healing, also pendulum dowsing. So, it's never been a stop for me. I have constantly kept on learning new skills, upgrading myself, because this is one thing which I have always been very, very fascinated about. And, I really find kind of my calling and my solace in this kind of learnings, right? So when I started learning, I thought that why keep it to only myself? And that is how I became a trainer. So I do train on various things. I'm an apprentice trainee for pranic healing. Apart from that, I teach Ho'oponopono. I've been an international facilitator for access consciousness. I teach EFT, crystal healing, then pendulum dowsing, angel card reading, tarot card reading, and I've been doing this for last 5 years. And I really enjoy these things, whatever I am doing right now. Right. So I welcome all of you for this crystal healing workshop. I would suggest that, keep your camera on and make this interactive, because this is not a one-way traffic. The more you want to learn, the more questions you will ask, the more you will learn. So I would suggest that keep your cameras on. Let me see your beautiful faces, so that, I don't feel like I'm just talking to black screens, and I'm talking to real human beings. And let's start this journey of crystal healing. Okay. If you have any questions during the workshop, then do stop and ask, because the more questions you will ask, the more you will learn, right? And before we begin, like I have promised already, that this would also be a live healing session for all of you who's there present in this class. So I would like to know if any of you is facing any problems, for which you would require the healing. Okay, even if you don't face any problem, it can be anything like physical, mental, emotional, psychological, anything that you want. Okay, so simply let me know if there is anything that you are looking forward for healing. Okay, don't limit yourself, just ask and you will get it. So before I show you my powerful crystal, I would like to know what is it that you want for today's healing session. Yes, Prachita, tell me. Nobody wants any healing? कुछ नहीं चाहिए ना? You all are good to go. Is my voice clear to all of you? Like, yeah, okay. Vibhuti says how to charge them properly so as to get maximum benefit. Sure, Vibhuti, we will definitely come to that. That would be a later part of the section. But first, let's start. Where we will actually understand what crystals are and how to use crystals into your day-to-day life, and then charging would definitely come. So, if any of you, all of you are comfortable with the English, yes, no. Yes, okay, great. Great, fine. So, okay. So, what is it that you require with my crystal? This is my crystal English. Okay, Ruchika. Great. So, this is my crystal. And what kind of healing do you require? Tell me. If you will not ask, you will not get. Simple as that. So, क्या चाहिए आपको अपने लाइफ में? अगर आपको कोई फिजिकल, मेंटल, इमोशनल, साइकोलॉजिकल कुछ भी इश्यूज आप फेस कर रहे हो, जिसके लिए आपको हीलिंग चाहिए, टुडे दिस इज फॉर यू. जस्ट अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ एंड आस्क. Yes, Vibhuti, go ahead.
So I'm looking to get a success in the career, like it is getting stuck since so many years,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not getting a successful result for the exams also.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, for that, like success in the exam and success in the career right now.
Okay, fine. So success in the career and exam, that is what you require. Who else? Who else? किसको और कुछ healing चाहिए? कोई भी physical, mental, emotional. If you cannot speak, you can also write down in the chat box so that I know. I'm starting the healing energy of my crystal. Okay, and until please feeling for blockage. Okay, Sunand ji, what kind of blockage are you facing, and in which area of your life? Career. Okay. Physical health, Ruchika says. Okay. Every work. So it is basically business related. That's what, right? Okay, fine. Business related. So business, career, physical health, success and wealth. Okay. So financial is also is there. Which crystal do you have? So I have this amethyst wand. It is a kind of a point. Okay. This is the one that I have. And this has already been programmed to give you a live healing at this session. I'm just activating this right now. So the crystal has started healing for all you have asked. Vibhuti, career, Ruchika, physical health, Sunand Prakashji for brokerages, business, and in all the work, Puja career, Bhumika success, well. Okay, so this crystal is right now connected with all of you, okay, which will give you a live healing. After the workshop today, I would like to get your feedback, what kind of change you are feeling in your body, okay. So whenever we get healing, have you received any healing? Any of you have you been into some or the other healing modalities or received any kind of energy healing anytime, anytime? कभी भी आपने कोई healing session लिया है? अगर आपने लिया है तो आपको पता होगा कि जब भी हम हीलिंग सेशन लेते हैं तो कुछ ना कुछ बॉडी में चेंजेस आते हैं. भूमिका says yes that she has taken some healing, some or the other. So whenever we take any healing session, then definitely there is some changes in the body energy field, because you will feel the lightness, you will feel something has moved, shift. Okay, so look out for this kind of changes that will occur after the healing session. The healing has already been activated and this will be ongoing throughout the session. So be very attentive and be connected to the crystal, and just allow. And right now, all of you just say that you are all one. We all are connected in this workshop, and we are connected to the crystal that I am having right now. Okay, which is providing healing to you. Okay, this crystal, you all are connected to this crystal. I will just keep it here for 1 minute so that you all get connected to it. Just look at it for 1 minute and you will get connected to it. Okay, just keep on looking at it for 1 minute. All of you will get connected to it, and whatever things that you have asked for today in this workshop, it will start healing for that particular thing. Okay, great. That's nice. That's nice. I can feel a lot of energy like flowing through this crystal. So, it's becoming heavy for me in my hand also. So I'll just keep it here and let's start. The energy is still flowing, so don't worry. Okay. And if you have any questions, do stop me in between and ask for more questions. So in this workshop, we will cover the introduction of the crystals. We will know what are the crystals, how they are formed. We will also know, the relation between the energy and the vibrations, the science and metaphysical properties of the crystal, how it interacts with the human field. And of course, like one of the participants has asked about the Vibhuti, I think Vibhuti has asked about the, how do you make it, how do you charge your crystals to make it more effective? So we will cover a little bit of that as well. Okay. So from now on, when I say crystals, crystals does not mean that it is a kind of a product. It is not any kind of a product which does not have any energy. So from now on, just remember one thing: each and every crystal that you have, or each and every crystal that exists in this entire world, has the energy and consciousness of its own. So treat all the crystals like you treat your best friend. अपने best friend को कैसे treat करते हो? You always talk to them, right? You confide in them, you share your things with them. If you want anything, then you ask that from your best friend. That is how you should treat all your crystals from now on. Okay, because crystal has its own energy, and this I'll prove it to you by the end of this session, that crystal has its own energy and it is required to be treated like you treat your best friend. Okay, so if you talk about the crystals, sorry. Okay, guys, please mute yourself so that there is no sound that I get in. Okay, if we talk about the market size of the crystal, Indian crystal, like the market size of the crystal is growing like anything. Approximately right now it is USD $350 million, and it is projected to grow at a annual rate of 15% by 2027, which will take it to USD 600 millions, right? So there are a lot of scope with crystal healing. In my 10 years of journey, I've not met even one person who does not get attracted to crystals. Okay, 100% of the people whom I meet, whether they come to my, either in the office or they meet me somewhere else, they all are very much attracted to the crystals because crystal has its own energy, like I said. Okay, if we talk about the global crystal market is valued at $5.2 billion in 2023, and it is expected to grow at a CGR of 5.6%, which will take it to $8.4 billion by 2032. Okay, if we talk about the usage of the crystal, approximately 40% of the consumer who use crystals are between the age group of 18 to 25%, and 35% are between 26 to 35%. If we talk about the gender, 70% of the customer base of the crystal is of females. Okay, and if we talk about the problems that crystals solve and people use, the usage of the crystal vis-a-vis the problems they are facing. So if we talk about the stress and anxiety, approximately 75% of the users use this crystal for removing the stress and the anxiety. Okay, for sleep improvement, 62%. Again, spiritual growth, for meditation, 50% of the people use it for that. For attracting love and abundance into their life, like for manifestation of the crystals, 42% of the people simply use crystal, to attract more love and abundance into their life. So crystal healing and jewelry market is experiencing a significant growth, and it is also a very lucrative opportunities, not only for the healers but also for the entrepreneurs. So if you're looking forward, to project yourself as a crystal healer, this is a good opportunity and the right time, right? So let us start. First, let's start. What are crystals? Crystals are, it is called the DNA of the earth, right? Because it lies at the earth crust. Okay, it is a natural formation of the minerals that get, that is growing beneath the earth. And the, when the mountains erupt, the lava comes out, and that is the process of crystallization begins, right? So crystals are formed from the lava. Okay, so it is a natural formation. So when I say that crystals are the natural formation, that means that no two crystals will have similar kind of, color, similar kind of clouds, similar kind of impurities. No two crystals. So if you get any crystal which is exactly similar, a replica kind of thing or a glass kind of thing, then just understand that this is a fake crystal and it is not an original or natural crystal. Natural crystals will never be similar, even if they are, entwined into a single mala or a bracelet. Still, if you find that each and every beads of the crystal, each and every beads of the crystal will be different. There would not be any similarity. So if you can see, can you see the color? Just see the color. So there would be difference. The natural crystal will always have difference and there would not be any similarities. So if you get a crystal bracelet or mala or any kind of crystal which is looking exactly similar, just remember that there is a very high chances of it being fake. Got it? Okay. So crystals are formed through a process called crystallization, where atoms and molecules, they just arrange themselves in a highly ordered and repetitive pattern. So I have asked you to keep a notebook and pen with you. If you have, then just write in that highly ordered and repetitive pattern. That is how the crystals are formed, because this concept, to understand, it's really, when you understand that, you will know that how when it interacts with the human energy field, the changes it brings. Okay, so crystals are arranged always in a very highly ordered and repetitive patterns. Okay, the unique structure that the crystal gets, the distinct shape, the colors, the energetic properties, that all is dependent among, that is dependent on the minerals on which the crystals are formed, the soil, the temperature, where the crystals are formed. So crystals are basically found all over the world. In every part of the earth, the crystal is found, and there are different crystals which are found at different places, just because due to the temperature, the conditions, the climate conditions, the soils and the mineral conditions are different in different parts of the world, and that is why the crystals are formed through that. Each crystal has its own unique structure and energy vibrations, which makes it powerful for many, many things: healing, spiritual work, emotional healing, for manifestation, and for protection and shielding as well, right? So these makes the crystal very unique. Crystal has been used for thousands of years. So if you think that, crystals are just because it has become popular, nowadays, when people have turned into the alternative healing therapies, and that is why the crystals are brought into the light, and people are, seeking forward to have a holistic method for healing and protection and shielding. But it is not that. Crystal has been there on the earth for thousands of years, and even our ancestors, uh, in the ancient civilization, the Greece, the Egyptian people, the people in India, they have used crystals even in the earlier days, right? So if you have seen that, if you have seen in any movies or, in any pictures or any sculptures, that the people who used to go for wars, okay, the shield that they were wearing, that had a small black, black stones engraved in those shield of that human, of that soldiers, right? So if that is it, then these were the hematite, uh, hematite crystal. And hematite crystal is believed to give protection during the war, during the battlefield, right? It gives protection during the battlefield, and that is why they used to carry hematite in their swords. They used to carry the hematite in their the blazers that they used to wear, the shield, this protective shield that they used to wear, hematites were engraved in those. Similarly, if you have seen the kings and the queens, they use the crystals either in their crown, or they used to use it into their finger rings or, necklaces. Why is that? Why is that? And which, if I ask the group, like, which of the very popular crystals that you remember You may not remember the name, but if you remember the color, which are the popular crystals, color which the kings or the queens have used. Have you seen anywhere? Like, can you just say? Any of you can unmute yourself or write in the chat box that which is the popular crystal which you have seen the kings or the queens were wearing, or the color.
Ruby largely, ruby and emeralds, precious stones.
Yes, ruby and emerald precious stones. So emerald, emerald is known to bring the communication skill it used to bring the beauty and the communication skill, the authoritative power, and that is why the emeralds were used. Ruby denotes the richness. It increases the abundance, and that is what the king and the queens they require. Even if you remember a lot of sky blue, so I was about to say, sky blue or turquoise kind of colors also they used to wear it, especially in their crown. So these brings the authoritative power. Okay, the kings used to put the turquoise or sky blue crystals in their crown, which brings a high authoritative power, and that is what they require during their term, because they were at the grade where they required a high communication skill and authoritative power, and that is the crystal that used to bring. Okay, so crystals, like I said, it's often called the earth DNA because of their geometric patterns, and it is formed all over the world, and it depends on the conditions, the temperature, pressure, or presence of certain minerals. Okay, so Nikola Tesla has said that if you want to find the secret of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibrations. Okay, so today let's see how crystal is energetically connected. Darbhanga Maharaj used cup and plate bowl in regular life. Okay, which color cup and plate, sir? Can you let us know? Emerald. Okay, great, great. Yeah. So you see, even they used to know the power of these crystals, and having the right crystals, because emerald is again something which, see, emerald crystal does not only provide the authoritative and communication skill, but it is also a denotion, denotion to high abundance, and also it provides healing. So if he is using in cup and bowls, that means it is bringing healing to his physical body. Okay, he is eating with he is eating the food which is being energized with green prana, which is bringing him good health. Right? Do you understand that, sir? Okay. So now let's understand. So this is one of the ways where you can understand the energy, crystal and energy. So energy is everything. Entire universe is made up of energy. It is including you, me, earth. Crystals are also energy. And see, the energetic properties of the crystal is used for healing. Like sir has already said, the Maharaj is using the cup and the plates for eating. So that means he's eating the food which has been energetically cleansed through crystals. He does not have to, uh, uh, do additional, what it said, mehnat ko kya bolte hain? Additional mehnat to clean the food, right? So if you can see two pictures there, that is there into your screen. Can you see two pictures? You can see the human aura field, okay, and you can see the crystal aura field. Can you see that? दिख रहा है सबको? Okay, so human aura field में देखिए, just see that the patterns are not ordered and not repetitive. Can you see that? And see the aura of the crystal. जो भी पैटर्न उसके अंदर में बना हुआ है वो बहुत ही ऑर्डर्ड वे में है, मतलब एक भी लाइन इधर उधर नहीं है. इट इज वेरी हाईली ऑर्डर्ड एंड इट इज बीइंग एक पैटर्न की तरह वो बना हुआ है. Okay, so that is why, since the human aura is not ordered and not repetitive, human aura is, it is like a kind of a egg-shaped aura, right? Human aura is always an egg-shaped aura. Okay, and crystal's aura is a very highly patterned and repetitive. So when both the aura merges, the aura of the crystal, the aura of the human gets merged, then the the energy of crystal is to form itself into a repetitive pattern. Okay, so that is why it manipulates the aura of human, and it manipulates in, so to say, that human aura also becomes the ordered and repetitive pattern. It also takes the shape of ordered and repetitive pattern, and that is how the change occurs in the human energetic field through the crystal. Got it? See, this is a little deep science, but just understand that when the two different aura gets merged, the aura in the crystal, which is very, very energetic and it is repeating itself in an orderly manner, it actually order the aura of the human as well. Okay, so crystal have a unique vibrational frequency which is based on its structure, its color, its composition. And body also has its own energetic frequency, like you can see in the picture, which is called the aura. There are also the chakras in the body, which are the energy centers, right? So all of you must be knowing at least 7 chakras. Though there are more chakras than the 7 chakras, but still at least 7 chakras you all must be knowing. So, when these crystals come in communication with these chakras, the energy centers, the aura, it changes the human aura and it manipulates the aura so that whatever change you are wanting to bring, it happens into the human aura field. Okay, so when you hold the crystal or when you place it near your body, its energy interacts with your energy and gently it brings the balance, the harmony, the alignment, the healing, everything starts occurring into that. Okay, any questions so far? Right? Yeah, sorry. Okay, so we have already discussed about this, that crystals were used not only by, it has not been popularized only in this modern culture. It's just that people are shifting towards the holistic healing and health, and that is why the crystal are becoming very popularized. But it were also used in earlier times through the ancient Egypt, the India, the Greece. All those people also used to use crystals into their lives. They, that provides the abundance, that used to protect their souls, that used to clear the energies, right, bring the body into the balance. Okay, there is also one of the very powerful crystal which actually balances each and every chakras of your, the moment you wear that crystal or hold that crystal into your hand, all your chakras are instantly balanced in one straight line. And that there is also that one particular crystal. So before the end of this workshop, I'll tell you which that particular crystal is. Just remind me if I forget. Okay, so let's go ahead. The structure of crystals, right? So there are 7 major atomic structures of the crystal. The structure which you have already seen in the diagram, these are just the structures, but believe me, these structures are not important for you to heal anyone. These structures are just to for the crystal scientists to understand what kind of crystals are that these structures are being made. So scientifically, if we call the atomic structures are cubic, tetragonal, hexagonal, you can all, you already know these kind of structures which is existing in this universe, right? Trigonal, orthorhombic, monoclinic, triclinic. These are the few structures of the crystals. And I would just, why this structure is important for this class is because when you will learn how to make crystal grids. So say, for example, if you are making a crystal grid for manifestation, and if you are using all the crystals which are, say, hexagonal, okay, all the crystals which are hexagonal, and if you are arranging that in a hexagonal pattern, the energy of that particular crystal amplifies like anything. Okay, so how do we make crystal grids? Definitely that will come later in the class, but just understand that if you arrange the crystals according to these structures and you arrange that into certain patterns, then the energy of those crystals just magnifies and amplifies. Okay, so now let's understand the types of the crystal based on four different categories. The formation process we have already discussed. The lava from the earth crust comes out and the lava cools down. There are two processes through which the lava cools down, the slow process and the fast process. So if the lava cools down through the fast process, certain other types of crystals are formed. If the lava cools down at a slow process, then certain other types of crystals are formed. Okay, so even with the same lava, not two crystals are similar, they are also different. Okay, similarly mineral composition. So I come from Jamshedpur, right? So Jamshedpur has that huge क्या बोलते हैं उसको, coal fields. Okay, Jamshedpur Dhanbad has a huge coal fields. So I come from there, and the crystals formed there are all black tourmalines. Those kind of crystals are formed. So if I think that in Jamshedpur I will get a rose quartz, which is not possible, right? Because that's a coal field. So similarly, the kind of place, the kind of minerals available in that particular place, the crystals are formed on the basis of that, and it is found all over the world. Then comes the metaphysical properties. We will go through the metaphysical properties one by one, so as to make you understand that what are the crystals, what are their metaphysical properties, and also the shape and the structure of the crystals, right? Like I said, that this is one kind of shape of the crystal. And if I talk about the, the malas, it is another kind shape of the crystal, right? So there are two different shape. One is round spherical shape and the other one is a raw kind of a shape, right? So we will understand, what is the importance of different shape of the crystals. Okay, so the formation process, everybody, if you have just been through school in physics, then you would have seen the process of crystallization. Just that what I said, that formation process of crystallization is when the lava oozes out from the earth crust, it just cools down in certain process, either slow or fast, and that is how the crystals are formed. They are stored naturally into the earth crust, and they emit the powerful and stable energies. Okay, so this is just a formation process of one type of crystals, right? Now let's understand the metaphysical properties. When we talk about metaphysical properties, it is categorized into seven major categories, seven or six, sorry, five major categories, five, no, six major categories. Okay, so first we talk about the healing crystals. There are certain crystals which are healing crystals. So it can heal in physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, any kind of healing that you require. These healing crystal has the power to heal, like for example, the amethyst, it brings the calming relaxation effect. It also leads to a spiritual growth. When we talk about the rose quartz, so rose quartz will bring the energy of love. Okay, uh, I don't have, I think I have a rose quartz bracelet. Okay, so this is a rose quartz crystal. Okay, a beautiful pink color crystal. So this will bring the love and harmony into your life. Okay, then there are clear quartz crystal as well. Okay, so these are the healing crystals. Basically, it heals. So when we talk about healing, when we talk about physical, problems, there are problems like headache, migraines. Okay, there are crystals like selenite. Okay, very powerful to remove any kind of pain. And I have a very good, story behind it. There was one of my friend who was suffering from a severe body ache, and she was not able to, stand up for 2 days, and she was not able to walk. She was simply, she was, undergoing through a lot of huge body pain. And I gave her just one small crystal. Okay, and within 4 hours, she calls back to me and says, Suruchi, I'm able to walk, I'm able to stand, and I'm not even, 90% of my pain has gone. I'm not feeling any pain in my body. Okay, so that's the power of healing crystals. You can actually magically heal yourself and the others. I also have a case study, where one person he had an accident, and his entire leg was fractured. It was broken into pieces. There were lots of plates and rods which were put in his leg, and doctor said that 6 months. 6 months was the time that doctor has given him, that he will not be able to move. He will not be able to, move his body or his leg. He will not be able to walk, and after 6 months, he will have to undergo a lot of physiotherapy and stuff like that. Okay, we gave him one crystal which was highly charged and programmed, and 45 days, 1.5 months, he was his the entire fracture was recovered, and he was able to stand and walk in his feet. Okay, that's the power of crystals. And I've actually seen it, I've actually seen it a lot of places. Now comes the protective crystals. These are the crystal which will actually shield your aura. Okay. So say for example, there are many at times that we go to certain places, and when we come back, we actually feel very drained. You feel that something, something like energy has simply oozed out of your body, and you feel very tired, very drained. Why? Because the energy of that particular place was so down that actually your energy was completely sucked there, and you are feeling so discharged, right? So this is the benefit of the protective crystals. Like if you go somewhere and if you know that you are meeting a negative person, or you are going to a place like, say for example, hospital. Okay, so if you go and just take one round in the hospital, still you will feel that energy drain. Why? Because everybody is so sick there that they simply pull your energy, right? And they just suck your energy. So if you are going to certain places like this, it is always a good idea to shield your aura so that your energy is not drained at all. Okay, and that's the protective crystals that the protective crystals offer. They just shield your aura so that your energy does not get sucked. Okay, so you can create shields with the crystals, and you can take it with them. You can either wear it as a charm or pendant or bracelet, or you can simply put it into your pocket. If you don't want to show it to anyone, you can simply carry it into your purse or into your pocket, and it will provide you with a powerful shield across your entire aura. Okay, then there are manifestation crystals. So manifestation crystals are used for abundance, for success, for positive energies. Okay, so if you have a goal, say for example, there has been people, who have come into uh, my life, who has said that they are, they want to have certain projects. Okay, so that's their goal, that they are looking to have certain projects into their business, and that's how the manifestation crystal comes into play. And we have provided a lot of manifestation crystals so that they get success into their life. I can also show you, wait a minute. Okay, can you see this? Yeah. So this is also a kind of a grid which has been prepared for manifestation.
Suruchi, can you show again?
Wait a minute. I don't know, are you able to see? Okay. Yeah. right? So this is also a kind of a crystal, which has been arranged to bring certain manifestations. Okay, and yeah, okay, and no matter what you program the crystals for, if one work is done, it's not that you have to go and throw that crystal. You can reuse it all the time to change. Once you get the success in one of the goals, then you can always change the program and use it for another goal. Okay, so don't throw any of your crystals, please. Right, so few of the very powerful crystal which will bring the manifestation into play: citrine, pyrite, green aventurine. All these crystals can be used for manifestation purposes. Okay, then the chakra healing crystals. So there are certain crystals which actually resonate more with the chakras. So if we talk about the amethyst, okay, amethyst is a spiritual crystal. It is called the master healer. It is the actually the divine, um, what is called? It is a divine crystal. Okay, it brings a lot of spiritual energy. Okay, so this resonates more with the crown chakra. Okay, and if you use it for manifestation purposes, which is your root chakra, okay, you require a stronger root chakra for manifestation, and this particular crystal is actually for your crown chakra. Okay, so the resonance is very low. The resonance is very low. So if you use the right crystal for the right chakra, then the results would be amplified. It's not that this crystal will not work at the root chakra, but the resonance is low. That is why it will work slowly and not that, you know, uh, fast. Okay, so you should know that which chakra is associated with which crystal so that you can actually amplify your results. Okay, so like red jasper is for root chakra. If you program a red jasper, uh, you know, uh, or garnet for that matter, for root chakra, then it will enhance your whatever goals you are, wanting. Or if you want any connection, if you want any grounding effects, then these are the chakra, these are the crystals which will provide. Okay, then there is a carnelian which is resonant with the sacral chakra, the lapis lazuli which is connected with the third eye chakra. So different chakra resonates more with the different crystals. Okay, then there are spiritual growth chakras. There are chakras which is used for meditation, for connection to the divine, for enhancing the intuition, for awareness, you know for connection with the higher consciousness, and it also gives a boost to the spiritual practices, right? So if you are there into the spiritual work, into energy work, and if you want to increase your spiritual powers, your healing powers, then these are the crystals which you should look out for: the spiritual growth crystals like amethyst, selenite, and many more for that matter. Then there are emotional healing crystals. There are a lot of crystals which actually releases the emotions, like the moonstones, the rose quartz. These are the crystal which actually heals emotionally. So if any person who's facing any kind of grief, sadness, anxiety, having relationship issues, right? So all these type of things, if they are facing low on love, anger issues. So there is a lot of anger issues right now, among all the people, that they get angry very fast. Not only people, not only the adults, but children are facing the anger issues. So these are the crystals which will actually help children to keep them emotionally stable and not get into the emotional issues. Okay, so when you actually start working with the crystal, you will harness the energy for supporting your healing work, the physical, emotional, and spiritual work. Okay. Now, if we talk about, so far so clear, any questions do you have? Yes, no? If you have any questions, then let me know so that we go forward. Because now comes the important topic, like crystals based on the shape and the structure. Okay, so this is again very important, like how, because knowing this, you will be able to understand that which is the kind of crystal that you should choose and use. Because whether you should wear a round crystal, you should bring a raw crystal or a geode, or stuff like that. So this is very important topic. So any questions so far? Quickly. Yes, no, thumbs up. How's the class going? Okay. Good. Okay. Thanks, Vibhuti. Thanks for the answer. And now let's start based on the shape and the structure to understand the crystals based on the shape and the structure. So first are the points. Can you see the points there? The two pictures which I have already put there for your benefit. Okay. So these are the point crystals. Okay. Now when we talk about the points, it can be a single terminated point or a double terminated point. So a double terminated point would have a point at both the sides, and a single terminated point would have okay, a single terminated point would have a single point and the other side would be either flat or round. Okay, this would be either flat or round. This is a kind of a point. Okay, so this crystals basically as a healers we use it. The single terminated point I'm talking about. Okay, it is not a double terminated point, but the single terminated point. We use it to heal certain specific area of the body or the chakra. Basically, a single terminated points, they have a very focused energy. Okay, the energy is very sharp and very, very focused. If you direct it somewhere, say for example into any chakra, or you direct it to any a small point also into any of your body, then it will actually cleanse and energize that particular part. Okay, so single terminated point has one end which is just which has a point, and the other hand has a is either round or it can be flat, whatever it is. So these is basically used for energy healing. It can also be used for meditation. So at the time of meditation also we use this particular thing, or for intention setting. So if you are very disillusioned, when I say disillusioned, like if you are not able to have clarity or peace in mind, so if you want to have one pointedness, then this is the crystal which is right for you, which you can use. Okay, now comes the double terminated points which have two ends. The points are at both the ends, and this allow the energy to flow in both the directions. Okay, so generally it is used for manifestation work, if you are looking for manifestation, or if you are looking to cleanse the entire room. Okay, where you require to cleanse the north and the west, or north and the south, or any of the two directions. So you can keep the point in that direction and you can cleanse that particular direction. So it is used for cleansing either of the home, the offices, or it can also be used for manifestation purposes. Okay, basically this balances the energy. Having two points at two ends actually balances the energy, right? Then comes the cluster. So any of you have seen the clusters? Clusters are the there are many crystals which is just connected at the common base, and all the crystals are like a points itself. One side is coming out, but it is not into any specific direction. It goes here, there, everywhere. So the benefit of this is the energy is distributed amongst the entire space. Okay, so the benefit of the clusters is that it oozes out the energy in all the directions. The energy goes in all the directions. So it is used to purify or cleanse the space where you don't want any kind of specific energy, but then you want the entire area to get clean. That is where you can use the clusters. Clusters are also used for amplifying the energy. So if you are doing any energy work, if you want to have a better result, right? So in that it can be used. I highly suggest it to use for at the business places, where you want to amplify the energy of more clients, or you want to amplify the energy of cash flow. That is where you can use it. Okay, it can also be kept in the cash boxes, or the storage, the cash storage boxes, where where the energy will flow in all the directions, and it will be, if you program it to bring more money, then it will bring more cash flow into that boxes. Okay, so it amplifies the energy with an intention. Now the tumble stones. Okay, so I've already shown this. There are a lot of tumble stones which is kept in the grid as well. So tumble stones are not the raw crystals. Okay, these crystals are brought from the raw, from the mines, and then they are cut and they are polished. So all the tumble stones which you can see, they are polished. They don't have sharp edges. Okay, and they gives beauty as well. Generally, people who don't know about crystals, what they do is they take a huge number of tumble stones and put it into the places to beautify, either in the bowls, in their home or offices, or they will put it into the flower pots, right? So if you can see, there are a lot of crystals which are kept in the flower pots, the different kinds of crystals. So these people just use it to for beautification, but tumble stones are very powerful. If you want to have a complete balance, then there are a lot of tumble stones which you can actually program it together. Like you can see here, the amethyst tumble stones, the rose quartz, carnelian is also there, green aventurine, yellow aventurine is also there. So all the areas of your life can be programmed together, and you can keep these tumble stones together into your purse, or you can carry it anywhere, where you require amplification of energy, or you want to attract certain things like positivity or abundance into your life, or you want to constantly keep on healing. So if you're facing a lot of physical issues or mental emotional issues constantly, then you can keep these tumble stones together, program each and every tumble stones programmed for providing energy to you in different areas of your life, or heal different chakras. So all these crystals can be kept together. So these are the tumble stones. Now comes the geodes. Geodes are very attractive and very beautiful crystals. They are like the nature's treasure's chest. Everybody who sees the geodes just get attracted to it. These have these sparkling crystals in between, and there is a hollow, and there is one so common base which is like kind of a triangle. Normally, it is available in a shape of in a triangular shape. Okay, and there is a hollow inside which have a very sparkling and beautiful crystal, and these are all natural crystals. Okay, so these geodes have a very high power. When I say high power, these geodes radiates a huge uh, amplified energy. So normally I recommend people that don't use geodes for your physical body. Okay, all your physical, mental, emotional, psychological, any issues that you are facing into your body, geodes should not be used. You can use other things like rock crystal, you can use balls, spheres, points, anything you can use, but geodes have a very high amplified energy. So just imagine that you are holding a bottle which is 1 liter. Okay, you are having a bottle which can hold only 1 liter of water. Now, if you want to fill it with 2 liters, will you be able to do that? Tell me. If I tell you to fill a bottle of 1 liter with 2 liters of water, will you be able to do that? No, you will not be able to do that, right? So why? So that is why your body has certain energy capacity. Until unless you increase the energy capacity, you cannot hold that much of energy, and that is why I not recommend people to use geodes for their body. Okay, charged and programmed for their body, because you have to constantly keep on upgrading your body, your energy, your chakras, your aura. The size of all these things has to be greater to hold the energy of the geodes. Other than that, geodes can be used for home. So one geode, if you buy and you keep it at the living room, it will just simply clears the energy of the living room. Whatever you want to attract into that living room, whether you want to attract harmonious space, laughter, joy, happiness, spirituality, all the people at the house should be spiritual and connected to the divine, then you can definitely buy amethyst geode and keep it at your home. If you want to have a great interpersonal relationship or social relationship into your offices, you want your all your employees, who all your subordinates to work in a harmonious way, then definitely you can bring a geode for your office and keep it there as well. But never ever program for one single body. Okay, always program the geodes for the entire room, for the entire office, or for the entire home, because the energy is very high, very high. Okay, now there are wands and the eggs. So eggs are also called the palm stones. Okay, you can simply put the eggs, kind of a crystal, into your palms and go for meditation. Okay, you can program these eggs for any kind of things that you require. Whether you require good health, or you want a high spiritual energy, or you want a communication power. So all different kinds of eggs would have different energy. You can program the uh, eggs with that particular energy which you want into your life. Similarly, wands. Now, wands and points are two different things. Okay, the wands will not have a pointed or sharp edge. Okay, both would look similar, but just look at the wands. They have a round or a flat, end. One end is round and the flat, and the other end is also round and the flat. It is not pointed crystal. It is not point. Okay, so that's the difference between the point and the wands. Wands are also used for energy cleansing. Healers use it for cleansing of the energy. But just imagine that something which is not pointed, it has a rounded base, and if we project that, then it will not be a focused energy. Okay, it can heal a chakra, but it cannot remove a pin like pain from any part of the body. Getting the difference? Getting the difference? The energy will not be focused. It can cleanse the entire chakra, but it cannot remove, pin-like pain from any part of the body, which a point can do. Okay, so wands are also used for healing purposes. It can be programmed for spiritual work. It can be used at the time of meditations. These are the crystals which will actually amplify the energy. It will shield the aura, remove the negative energies, or it is very popular in healing practices as well. Okay, now the crystal balls and the spheres. Have you seen the balls, crystal balls? I think I have one. I'll show it to you. Yeah. Okay. Right. So this is rose quartz. There are a lot of balls. Again, this is not a natural crystal. Again, it is polished into the factory. So the raw crystals are being given a proper shape and polishing, and that's how this crystals are very, very shiny, and it there is no sharp edges. It is just friendly, like you can keep it into your hand. So there is also, now these also, being the structure, being the shape and the structure, this crystals also provides the energy in all the directions, like the clusters. Okay, so remember I told that cluster also provides the energy in all the directions, right? So balls also provides the energy in all the directions. The only difference is that this the energy of the balls is evenly distributed in all the directions. Okay, whereas the energy from the cluster is not evenly distributed, just because the clusters have this small crystal which is pointed in different directions, and it can be even the sizes of those small points are also not similar. It is different. Okay, that's the only difference. The balls give you the energy which is evenly distributed in all the sides and all the directions. The clusters also give you the similar kind of energy, but it is not evenly distributed, right? So it amplifies the energy. If you take the balls, right, and if you write your goals and you keep it just below the bowls, and you program these bowls to amplify the energy of your goal, the manifestation power, it will work like that. Okay, so and to bring the love, compassion, rose quartz balls are used. It is used in energy work, meditation work, whatever is required. These balls are also, it is helpful where you want to radiate the energy in all the directions. Now comes the pyramids. Now pyramids, like a triangle, have a three shape, but crystal pyramids have four shapes, four sides, four triangular sides. Okay, and the base of it is square. Okay, so just imagine the square base which is providing a even distribution from all the sides, and there is a triangle on top which is providing a pointed or a focused kind of energy. Okay, so if you want to do any work which is related to amplifying the energy as well as you want a little focus energy, then pyramids are super beneficial. Okay, say for example, if you are using for protection or shielding, or if you are using for manifestation work, or say if you have certain intention where you want the energy to be very very focused, like if you're wanting to say for example, if you're wanting to have a deal, have certain work with certain client. Okay, there you want that he should actually whatever you say, whatever terms and conditions you put, he should agree to that. So you want the amplification of energy for the agreeable terms, and second, you want the focus of energy so that he selects you from so many clients, he selects you and have that focus of energy. Okay, so in this kind of work also you can use these crystal pyramids where you want amplification of energy and the focus. Again, the crystal hearts. So hearts is basically it is basically associated with the love aspect. So everywhere where you want to enhance the love or you want to enhance your heart chakra, then definitely these crystal hearts are very beneficial. Normally people use it for jewelry, like in the either in the finger rings or in pendants, but this works on emotional and the physical, heart, love and abundance, right? Now comes the obsolix or the power generators. Okay, so pyramids, if you have seen the photo and remember the photo of pyramids, okay, these pyramids are small, right? They from the base the triangle starts from the four sides, but if you see the obsolix, okay, again there is a base, the square base, which is elongated square, and there is a small four-sided triangle which is there at the top. Okay, so obsolix are tall. It is a four-sided crystal with a pointed top. So these crystals are directing the journey, the upward journey. So if you want to have the protection or grounding, this crystal is superb. If you want to have a grounding effect or you want any protections, you can use these power generators. They simply generate a lot of powers. Normally, I advise my clients to keep these power generators behind their entrance gate. Because that is the gate where a lot of abundance and lot of spirituality or whatever is that that comes from that particular main gate. So if you keep it behind the main gate, everything amplifies. Okay, and if your gate is pointing at the right direction, say for example, if it is pointing at the right direction, which brings in more abundance into your life, then the energy amplifies there. Okay, if you have put any shield or any grounding things into your home or office, and if you put this power generator behind the main door, then it amplifies and provides that. Okay, so these are the power generators. It generates a lot of huge power and the energy is directed upwards, right? So it actually gets connected with the divine going forward, and it actually roots underground as well. Due to the elongated shape, it gets rooted to the ground as well as goes upwards, connected to the divine. So it provides grounding, protection, intuition, amplifies the energy, intuitions, and spiritual awarenesses. Okay, so that's all the shape of the crystal. Other than that, there is also a raw crystals, which is simply which is simply raw. These are the raw crystals. Okay, this does not have any shape. It is being simply brought from the mines, and the sharp edges are cut, and these are the kind of raw crystals. Okay, again, the raw crystals also give amplification of energy in all the sides, but not evenly distributed due to its shape and the sizes. Okay, so you can have the raw crystals, it can be at varied shapes and sizes. Okay, so these are the raw crystals. So far, any questions? Yes, no? So let's start with the few of the popular crystals. So before we go ahead with the topic, I would like to know all of you who are present here. The crystal has already been doing its work. It's doing a lot of healing. So what is it that? How are you feeling? Tell me. How are you feeling? Are you feeling that lightness in your body? What is it that you are feeling? Lion shaped. Sorry. Ruchika, I'm sorry, I did not understand what do you mean by lion shaped, etc. Vibhitu says, can we use raw form in daily life to keep it into the pocket or table? So you can use raw form in your daily life. Yes, the answer to it is yes. You can keep it in pocket or table. Both answer is yes. You can do whatever, but raw crystals are generally heavy. Okay, so carrying it every day into your pocket can be little heavier. You can either carry tumbles. Moreover, when you carry the raw crystals, it can also have a little sharp edges, so it can actually hurt you. So it's always better to carry tumbles instead of raw. So if you can see, this is a little sharp edged, right? If I want to carry it every day and somehow it gets, into my body, and if I get hurt, so that wouldn't be nice, right? Okay. So you can use it for keeping it into your home, your office, wherever you want. You can use it into your daily life, but I generally don't recommend to keep it into your pocket. You can carry it into your wallet, but then be very careful that, whenever you put your hands into your wallet, again, if the crystal is having a very sharp edges, it can hurt you. So be safe rather than sorry. Right? Yes, great. Okay. So instead, you can carry tumbles because tumbles are polished. It has a very fine shape. You can carry these bowls. So bowls are also, they don't have any shape, but it can be heavier. So just, use your intelligence how you want to carry it. Okay. Now let's understand few of the very popular crystals. I'm sure you already must be knowing, then what about pyrite? Yeah. Pyrite, what about it, pyrite? Pyrite is again a very powerful crystal for abundance. What do you want to know about pyrite, Prachita? You can unmute yourself. So this is a pyrite rock crystal. Yeah. This is a pyrite. Actually, this is a pyrite rock crystal. Okay. Pyrite is called a fool's gold. It attracts a lot of abundance and prosperity. It is called a fool's gold. And this is pyrite rock crystal. Very powerful crystal to have, but again, it is available in various size and shapes, and it can be heavier if you carry it into the pocket. So for me, I always keep it into my office desk. Yes, you can carry if you want. Like I said, you can definitely carry it. You can carry it, madam. And Ruchika, what do you mean by lion shape? I didn't understand. You asking for a shape of the crystal which is like lion shape? So actually, when the rock crystals are brought from the mines, people just polish it and gives various shapes. So you can always see the shape of the crystals are like angels as well. So there are a lot of, crystals. There is also a shape of a Ganpati, lion, whatever it is. Even the owls, the crystals are also available in owl shape. So if figurine shapes. So figurine shape crystals are also very powerful. If you have heard about shamanism, or if you know about shamanism, so shamanism uses the concept of power animal. If you know your kind of power animal, then definitely having the crystal with that particular power animal will actually amplify your results and whatever you want to achieve into your life. Okay, so that's what you can use. If you want to have a figurine crystal, I will normally suggest to have angel crystals, because the angel crystals are it is there for everyone. Like, it is not it is not person specific. Like in shamanism, the power animal is person specific. My power animal can be different than yours. Okay, so if you want to have a generic kind of a thing, then definitely you can go in for the angel crystal rather than having any animal crystals, or any shape crystal. So Ganpati crystal or angel crystal is one crystal which you can use it into your day-to-day life, which is common for all. Okay, got it? Okay, great. So let's talk about the few of the popular crystals. When we talk about amethyst, already most of you must have seen amethyst crystal. This is the amethyst mala. It is a stunning purple crystal. Okay, it has a very calming and intuitive properties. It is used for meditation, for stress relief. If anyone wants to have a high spiritual powers, then of course amethyst crystal is one which you should actually have. Okay, it also releases the anxiety, right? And you can also give amethyst crystal to children who undergoes exam stress. The children who are going for exams, they are into high stress, and they are never calm, and most of the time it happens that whatever they have studied or learned, when they go into the exams, and they simply forget everything. So that is where amethyst will actually help them. If you give them the amethyst crystals in the form of either bracelet or a small stone which they can carry into their bag, or pencil box, or you can, if they are allowed, if they want to wear it into their neck as a pendant, then amethyst crystal is one crystal which will actually help students and children. Okay, now talking about the rose quartz. Rose quartz crystal has a very high love aspect. These are the crystal which enhances the love, the emotional healing, and it balances the emotional healing. So I have already shown, I think, so this is the rose quartz bracelet. Okay, it gives unconditional love and gives emotional healing. So if you are undergoing a lot of emotional turbulences, say for example you are undergoing a relationship issues, want to have great interpersonal relationships with everyone, then definitely you can use a rose quartz crystals, right? Vibhuti asked, all the shape crystals give the same result, right? No, no, Vibhuti. Like I said, different shapes will give you a different result. A shape like this will give you a different result rather than a shape like bracelet, because this is evenly distributed and the energy is distributed everywhere, right? Everywhere. Whereas a bracelet is programmed for a particular human body for certain things, right? Again, the power of the bracelet is much lesser than the power of this, because the size and the shape of this is bigger than the bracelet. Okay, so it all differs. It is not the same. The result will always be different with different shape crystal, and that is why we have learnt about the shape crystals earlier. Okay, so results would be different. Now, rose quartz crystal, like I was saying, that rose quartz crystals give unconditional love, and it has a very high emotional healing powers. So anyone who's facing a lot of grief, a lot of loneliness, okay, unhappiness into their life, if they are facing a lot of anxiety, sadness, aloneness. Okay, so loneliness is also one of the common problem which has taken a lot of people to toll. Then unlove, all these kinds of issues the person is undergoing through, then this is one crystal which will actually help them. Secondly, it also controls the anger. Okay, so any person who's having the anger issues, you can also give this particular crystal. Other than that, definitely moti, the moti crystals is also very strong and a powerful crystal which actually brings down the energy of anger. But rose quartz crystal also gives you a similar benefit. Okay, now comes the clear quartz crystals. So these are the transparent crystals. I can show you the clear quartz crystal. Okay. Yeah. So this is a transparent crystal. Okay. You can see through these crystals. Okay. Now, when I talk about the transparent crystal, this is my personal favorite crystal. Okay. Why? Because this transparent crystal holds the energy of a rainbow. Okay, it is a master healer crystal. This has the energy of a rainbow. That means all the colors is there into this crystal. So if you are stuck somewhere that which crystal you want to give, or you should have, this is one crystal which is very versatile and you can use it always. Okay, so without any inhibitions, these crystals can be used by everyone because it holds the energy of the rainbow, and it actually has the power to heal all the areas of your life. Okay, now we talk about the citrine. Again, the citrine crystals, I'll show it to you. Okay, so this is a citrine tumblestone. It is processed, and this is a citrine raw. Okay, so I also have a bigger citrine raw. Yeah. Okay, so these are the citrine crystals. Citrine crystals have a very high manifestation power. Not only that, but the citrine crystal also gave a lot of joy. It brings a lot of abundance. It gives a lot of joy. It gives creativity. So any person who's working with their throat, that means they are a speaker, motivational speakers, or they do paintings, or do any kind of creative work, like for example authors. Okay, so those are the people which should keep this citrine crystal because it will enhance their creativity. Again, anyone who's having a lot of sadness into their life, undergoing certain grief, and if they want joy, then citrine is one, because the color yellow itself brings a lot of joy. So the color yellow is actually associated with the color of happiness and laughter. So if anyone who's looking forward for happiness and laughter, removing the emptiness into their life, then citrine crystal is one crystal which can be used. And lastly, citrine crystal is mostly used for manifestation powers. Like I said, citrine has a very high manifestation power. It is used for bringing in more cash flow, more energy of abundance into your life. So that is why citrine is being used. Now the black tourmaline. Black tourmalines are generally black in color. I think I have black tourmaline, but yeah, step there. Okay. So black tourmalines are all black in color. These are these black tourmalines are associated with the root chakra. So it provides grounding. It provides a protection. So if you want to shield your aura, like I said, earlier in the class, that if you're going somewhere, meeting a negative person where you would like your aura to be protected and shield rather than somebody sucking your aura, then these are the black tourmaline, the hematite crystal. These are the crystals which you should be using so that you can shield your aura from the negative energies, and it will promote grounding. It will promote more of things which will help you to bring stability into your life. Okay, so stability, grounding, shielding from negative energies, that is what black tourmaline does. Right, so far any questions? Any questions? Okay, so crystals just don't magically fix things. ऐसा मत समझना कि this is devotional in nature, this class is devotional in nature, you should be believing whatever I say, but it's just that crystal has a very high resonance power. It resonates with your intuitions. Like I said, that think crystal as your best friend from now on. You talk to the crystals like you talk to your best friend. You hold the crystal, right? Yeah. Uh, okay. The crystal have a natural vibrations, natural healing power, and they support in the healing journey. Okay. So Ruchika says there are different, they are different yellow color. How to recognize that this is a citrine or any other? So basically, there can be either citrine or there can be yellow aventurine. Those are the two color crystals which can be available, which will be available, right? Yellow citrine, yellow aventurine. If we talk about, it is a combination of yellow and orange. So that we will study deeply about it when we go into the entire class. When we talk about each and every crystals, then we will learn deeply about it. But definitely, citrine again, it is yellow in color. When we talk about the citrine, it is very pale yellow. So if you see here, okay, it is light whitish yellow, not exactly yellow. Okay, more of white, little of yellow hue. Can you see that, Ruchika? Okay, so that's how you recognize the citrine. And like I said, that any natural crystal will have its own natural marks, right? So if a citrine is man-made, if the citrine is made by the factory or it is fake, then it will have, it will, the color would be evenly distributed. It would be similar. It would be simply similar. All the beads would be similar, but a natural citrine will never have that. Okay, so if you see this also, can you see the natural clouds inside? You cannot find the two same citrine with the same cloud kinds of cloud. Okay, are you able to see that? Okay, but these are tumbles, it is polished, so that is why it is bright yellow in color. And the other one was a raw form, so it is very, light yellowish tinge. Okay, right. So there is one more question. Black tourmaline can remove black magic. It can protect you from black magic, sir. Okay, black tourmaline and hematite also to some extent gives you the energy to protect you from black magic. But if you are already having the black magic, to remove it, you would require different other crystal. Okay, if you have already been attacked by black magic, and if you want to remove it, to want to heal it, then you will have to use certain other crystal, and black tourmaline will give you a shield against the black magic. Okay. Okay. So there was a question at the start, how do you program the crystals, so that I think Vibhuti asked, or someone, right? So there is a way, like I said, that think of the crystal like your own friends and just simply talk to the crystals like you talk to your whole, you talk to your own best friends. So simply you can say, you can simply say to the crystal that, dear crystal, this is what I want you to achieve. And right now I'm holding this crystal, and this crystal is already programmed to provide you healing during the session. So I'm not saying the, words of the healing right now, but you can simply hold the crystal into your hand and you can give it an instruction in a clear and concise way that, dear crystal, this is what I want you to achieve. So say for example, if you are asking any crystal to achieve certain things, like manifest certain things for you, then simply hold the crystal into your hand and say that, dear crystal, I want you to, my dream is to get this particular thing, and I want you to manifest this for me. And the crystal will start doing its work. Okay, crystal are the earth's secret language of love and energy. You simply have, simply now you have to learn the art of listening and communicating with the crystal. Okay, crystal has its own natural energy, and you simply need to use that energy into your day-to-day life to manifest things for you. Okay, so let's go ahead. Crystals offer a natural way to connect yourself with the earth it is the energy which balances, gives clarity and peace into your life. It has its own attraction energy. In last 10 years of my career, I have never seen anyone who does not get attracted to crystal. Every person, for that matter, gets attracted to crystal. Crystal are being, people are there around the globe who gets attracted to crystal. Global wellness industry is already blooming, which I've shown earlier. Like crystal is the key part trend. People are now restoring to the benefits. They want holistic method, natural healing methods for stress relief, for dealing with their day-to-day life, for healing, for personal growth, for spirituality, for happiness, abundance, many more things. People are resorting to the natural and holistic way to heal themselves, and that is why crystal has come into a lot of trends. Okay, there are online platform which sells crystals, but then I suggest that don't go ahead and buy crystals from the online platforms, because you will never know that crystals are genuine or not. Even though my crystals are there in Amazon, I too am selling the crystals, but then yeah, there is a difference. If you know the seller, if you know that the seller will not never cheat you and never give you a wrong crystal, then definitely you can go ahead and buy from Amazon, Etsy or Shopify. Other than that, I normally suggest that until unless you are sure of the authenticity, do not purchase the crystals from the online platforms. Okay. um, my crystals are also listed in Amazon, Meesho, Flipkart, right, under my brand name. So you can also get crystals from there. Okay. Now customers are also looking for unique and personalized crystal products. So there are a lot of crystal products like crystal grids. One of the grids I have already shown, which is laid down in my table, which has been activated for giving certain tasks. So like that, you can you can make crystal grids for manifestation, for healing, for protection, for shielding, for increasing your business, many more things. So these are the unique things which you can offer not only to your own self but also to your clients, if you have if you want to have more crystals. Okay. So Prachita asks, what's your brand name? My brand name is La Natural and Nature Xma. Those are the two brand names through which my products are registered into Amazon, Meesho and Flipkart. Okay. La Natural and Nature Xma. Now, crystals can be offered as a recommendation to customers' needs. Okay, you can offer crystals for balancing the chakra. You can offer the crystal based on the birthstone, astrological, things. All those things can be given to the people. Then crystal infused waters, elixirs, sprays, perfumes, all these things can be made by you from your own home. And you can also have a way of business. You can also have one another kind of stream where you can actually use crystals as your passive income, right? So let's go ahead. Now, before we go ahead, I would like to know from the group, like, how are you feeling and how is the class going on? Is there any other questions which you would like me to address? You can simply unmute yourself and let me know. If no, then I'll like to go ahead with the class. Okay. So basically, if you can see that this is a versatile class, and in just 90 minutes everything cannot be covered, because crystals is a very deep subject, and to understand it properly you would like to know each and every crystal, the science behind each and every crystal. So I'm introducing you to a 7-day crystal workshop where I have covered everything is being covered into this 7-day crystal mastery course, right? You will get introduced to the crystal, its energy, the science behind it. How do you cleanse your program the crystals? How do you charge these crystals? How to choose the right crystals based on your need? How do you identify the fake and the real crystals? Everything is covered into this crystal mastery workshop. Then you also get a crystal healing mastery workshop where I will introduce on the live workshop 25 different popular crystals. And apart from that, the workbook that you will get will have 50 kinds of crystals, 50 kinds of crystals that you can work with into your day-to-day life, right? In the live workshop, we will cover the healing properties of 25 crystals, 25 which you can, use into your day-to-day life. You can uh, crystal programming and charging techniques with affirmations, with intentions, which will bring you a lot of healing, which will enhance the healing aspect of the crystals. Then, how do you use the techniques to heal your own self and others as well? Then, how do you place the crystal into your body? Then, there are certain crystals which can be placed into your body. You can simply place the crystals into your body, the chakras which resonate with the crystals, and you can simply lie down for 10 to 15 minutes and get that energy spa. So we call it generally energy spa that you can get when you place the crystals into your own body, or you can do it on others as well. And how do you create the crystal products? Crystal products like bracelet, this can be customized based on your needs. Okay, so you don't have to go and buy the malas which are existing, commonly existing, like I wanted to say, like bracelet or pendants. You can make your own crystals using the unique crystals which is beneficial for you or for your clients. Okay, so as for me as a crystal healer, I also never suggest my clients the crystals which is just crystal bracelets which is just available. I design the bracelets and I make these bracelets on the basis of the needs of those clients, right? So I generally do that for my clients. Okay, then again, in this in this workshop, I will also cover the resonance of crystal with the chakras. Like I said, that there are 12 chakras in our body. Now each crystal might not resonate with that particular chakra, so I would teach you like which chakra resonates with which crystals, and how do you use that particular crystal to activate the chakra. Okay, how do you use the crystals in your meditation, chakra balancing, and activate the chakra, chakra crystal grids and layouts? How do you design and activate the chakra grids and layouts? So that would be covered into the chakra mastery. Then we have the manifestation mastery. So if you have any goals in your daily wellness, how you are using the crystals for manifestation, right? I will also teach you how to prepare the manifestation grades, how to prepare the crystal infused waters, perfumes that you can make and sell them, how to create your own manifestation crystals and grids. Okay, so all those things would be covered. Again, now comes to the business mastery. So how do you market and sell your crystal products, right? How do you price your crystals? Because the crystal might come at certain cost. Say for example, if we talk about the amethyst, okay, so it might, this crystal might cost you 1,000 rupees or something like that. I'm just giving you a random figure, but the where does the power lies? If I clean this particular crystal and if I charge this particular crystal, then the power of this crystal becomes 5,000, and that's what you can charge from your clients, right? So that's the power of the crystals. The when you charge the crystals on the basis of the unique things that your client is looking for, the prices of the crystal enhances, because definitely you will also charge your client on the basis of programming. Okay, so I normally sell the crystals in two ways. Either you want a programmed crystal or not programmed crystal. The charge of the programmed crystals are definitely much higher than the unprogrammed, the raw crystals. And then I advise the client that you go and charge by your own self. Okay, so how do you use the crystals? How do you charge them? How do you maintain that particular crystal? How do you reprogram that particular crystal? Everything is covered into this. How do you sell your crystals online, take yourself online? Because I'm already doing this for last 4 years in Amazon, Misho, Flipkart, I can guide you how do you start your own business online and sell your crystal products online. Okay, then apart from this is not still apart from this, you will also get a quick reference guide for 25 plus crystals That is a crystal cheat sheet where you will get to know each and every, it is simply like a reference kind of guide. You don't have to go through the entire workbook, which contains more than 50 different types of crystal, but this is a simply one pager cheat sheet which you can take the printout and you can keep it, and that would be kind of a ready reckoner whenever you want to see that which crystal you wanted to use. So this would be very handy. Then there is a crystal manifest meditation that you will be getting. It is an audio track which is guided by me, and that is the entire meditation that you will get. Then you will get a step by step guide, how you place the crystals on your entire body, how you can use the crystal into your body. That guide you will also come. You will also get a certificate of completion after the 7 days, and the crystal book, a PDF with more than 50 crystals which have its healing properties, its benefit, everything is mentioned and written there by me. Apart from that, you will get my own formulations for preparing the crystal infused water, perfumes, sprays, that is covered into different areas of your life. So the 10 most, powerful formulations which I have been using for my clients, you will get that. You can make your own products. You can make your own crystal infused waters, sprays, and give it to your clients. How do you start your, business? I would recommend you, if you are looking to start your business, then with a low cost, which crystals, you should actually acquire, what would be the cost, the entire business plan. I will make the entire business plan for you, where I will tell you that which kind of crystal you should have initially, how do you use that, how do you market them, how do you sell them, everything is included in this business opportunity module. Then you will have the lifetime support of all the recordings. So there is my private portal where I give the recording. You will have the access to that particular private portal where I will give you the recording of all the classes. You will have future, free entry of all the future workshops, and you will get a pre-recorded crystal manifestation. So this is abundance, for abundance and prosperity, the meditation for abundance and prosperity through crystals. That is also, you get it here. Okay, so the whole cost, if I sell this particular entire course individually, then the cost will go more than 50,000. But since this is a webinar special price, and since all of you are here, this is the cost, like 6,999 is the cost of this particular workshop, everything that you get here. And this is the QR. I would also send this link into the group. You can definitely take a screenshot of this, and in case you want to register for this full 7-day class, you can definitely come and let me know. Okay, and okay, my brand name, Prachita is asking for my brand name. Prachita, it's La Natural and Nature Ixma. La, wait a minute, Natural Nature Ixma. Okay, so these are my two registered brand name. It is available in Amazon, Meesho, Flipkart. You can check it out. Right. So before we end this class, I would like to know, how was the class for you, and do you have any questions? Thank you, Prachita. Yes. Any questions do you have? And how are you feeling? How are you feeling after the session? Yes, no, anyone can answer. Do you have any questions? No? So I thank you here. I thank you for being here, such a amazing, participant. Thank you so much for giving your time, for listening out to me. I will send the link into the group in case you want to register for the workshop ahead. Then do so. Thank you so much for joining here, and have a nice day, and bye bye.